Hello and welcome to Shut Up and Stay Inside. Once, for the first time in the history of streaming on Shut Up Sit Down, with me in charge of it mostly, we're actually only a quarter of an hour late. Incredibly, we were almost much later, but we were almost on time for the first time ever. Until we realised something quite amusing at the very last minute, which I'll come to very shortly. So, today we've got some exciting stuff for you. We've got Wingspan with Elizabeth Hargrave and Shut Up and Sit Down's very own Tom. We're going to be rolling dice, rolling eggs. There's just going to be a lot of rolling cards, and rolling birds. But before we jump into that, I just want to really briefly show you something, which is quite cool. We're not going to use this today. We thought about it, but we're not going to use it today because it's still in the final stages of becoming ready. And I think I'd rather run the game on something where we know it's 100% reliable. And also, to be honest, I think it's not going to show all of us playing the game in the physical space in the same way that it will in the way we're going to do it. But it's a very cool thing nonetheless. So without further ado, I'm just going to give you a quick little look at this old thing.
World premiere.
It is a sort of work in progress version of the Wingspan game on Steam, which is coming out soon. This is me kind of in the tutorial because I needed to be reminded how to play the game after I read the rules the other day.
That looks
So I
really
need
nice.
to take some dice. And I'll give you a quick look at this. I'll go back because it's got some very lovely moving art. In terms of going here, go into a little automata, jump into a game, and look, it's like I'm actually a bird. I'm going to go all birds. It's not a good strategy. But I just want to show you some of the moving around between the areas because it's quite lovely. So, yeah, rather than having your little player board in front of you, jump between these actual physical different. Boom, 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 boom. That's me doing the sound effects. The game has its own sound effects. The game has its own lovely music, actually. I'm surprised I can't hear it at the moment. But I'll be able to hear it very soon. Maybe you can hear it, or maybe you can't. You'll probably be able to hear it in the background quite soon. One of the songs in it sounds an awful lot like The Good and the Bad and the Ugly. But without further ado, I'm actually going to introduce today's guest to the stream. The one, the only, Elizabeth Hargrave. Inventor of the what's it called? Ta-da! Wingspan.
Birds. Inventor of birds.
Inventor of birds. That's what I wanted to say. Sorry, I got a bit thrown there for a second when I realised that your faces hadn't appeared, and I thought they were going to. Hello. Interestingly, the reason we're late today is because I made a lovely custom tabletop simulator board, which I resized the components, I recoloured the components, made it all look nice and lovely. And then I was talking to Elizabeth a few minutes before the stream went live and realised that there actually was an official Wingspan tabletop DLC paid for mod. So we're using that now rather than me using the kind of chunky unofficial one, which I'd cobbled together after all of my chat for being like, I don't know, guys, I like Tabletop Simulator, but it's a shame that, people aren't supporting the creators, and then me being like, I'm not supporting the creator, I made my own Wingspan. This is lovely. There's a lot going on here. For starters, I just want to pan out and highlight to people that we are actually in the sky, I believe, in some sort of what are these called?
My goodness, I had never panned out that far in here.
Yeah, right? Well, I wouldn't recommend doing it on your computer, to be honest, from what you told me.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many board game creators we've talked to who struggle to basically run their games in Tabletop Simulator because it's an incredibly intensive... Because most board game designers don't have incredibly intensive PCs, which is fine and understandable. Whereas nerds like me are absolutely fine. So, I think we'll just jump in. It's got an ability to auto set some stuff up. I'm probably going to change some things as we go. Like I want to be able to make some of this stuff bigger, because I always like making things bigger.
What?
Oh, come on.
There's
Tom.
something about those tiny dice.
Well,
we're gonna make-
massive bird feeder.
We're going to make the dice bigger as well. Don't worry about that. Like, of course we're going to make the dice bigger. We're going to make all the eggs bigger as well. Oh, no, we're not, because they're... Ooh!
I don't know why. It really just tickled me just hovering over the eggs and it just saying 100 eggs. Like, it's just something about it just made me laugh.
Oh, no, I unlocked the eggs and I think they fell through... I have to undo this now. I think they fell through the
Whoa,
world.
whoa.
There's that's the other element of Tabletop
I see.
Simulator. Things sometimes fall through reality and you can't find them again. Okay.
Or if they fall off the edge of the table, they like bounce back. And I've had playtests where like, why are things just appearing in the middle of the table?
So we've got options here. We can set up the game, we can become European, or we can become a robot.
Smash that European button now, please. Take me back. Take me back.
No, unfortunately, we're not European anymore. We voted Tom, and you need to move on and get over it. No,
I need to get with the
Just
program.
missed, do you guys want birds in this game that you might actually recognize?
it's very sweet that you think we'd recognise birds from Europe. I don't know anything about birds, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I like them, but I mean, we could. Is it drastically more complicated with the European expansion?
It is not drastically more complicated. There's a new type of power which you activate at the end of a round once you have a bird on. They have little sort of teal colored powers, but you guys can figure it out.
I am smashing that European bird button. Okay, let's do it. And then I think now we can press the setup game button and it's going to set up the game for us. Because this is a swish old thing. Look at this.
Whoa.
Wow. Whoa, and where did the dice all go into the tower? What is this thing called? It's like a tower for dice. It's crazy. Absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah, great.
And we
Wow.
figured this is the all-purpose discard location. I saw it just discard all the end-of-round goals that we're not using into that thing.
Wow. Yeah, that was fast. That was so...
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so...
Oh, I know. All right, so now we are at the stage where we have to pick out of our... It's given us 5 foods and 5 cards, and we have to pick 5 total things.
Okay, perfect.
So there's going to be like quiet thinking and card reading for a minute here, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
and I want to know what the end of round goals are.
Yeah, that's what I'm checking out now. So I think the end of round goals are...
So the first one is birds that have a platform nest that have eggs on them.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
Birds with brown powers. That's one of the ones from the European expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Just, what is that? I can't read that.
I think that's birds with no eggs.
With no eggs. There we go.
Very
That
sad.
makes sense.
And
They're from
last
Europe.
one's birds in eggs in coffee.
Eggs in what?
Eggs in coffee, I think. You
That's
made
what
this
that
game,
icon
didn't you,
means.
Elizabeth? You must know about the eggs in the coffee mechanic. Just crack an egg in.
Yeah.
It's pretty healthy. We've got a lot of love here for Elizabeth in this game in the chat already, so I just want to give that a shout. And yeah, it's being asked if you would actually, for the sake of people following along at home who've never played Wingspan, who might like to just follow the game properly, would you be interested in helping us out with the teaching the game? I'll be your camera person, moving around the board as you talk about things.
Absolutely. So, like I just said, the very first thing you do, if you're playing a standard game without the Swift Start Pack, which we are, you start out, you get dealt 5 cards, and you have the 5 different types of resources. And basically, for each card that you keep, you have to discard a food. You only get to keep a total of 5 cards plus food at the start of the game. If you play with the Swift Start Pack, which I don't know if that was an option in this mod or not, I think we saw them over up.
Yeah, it was an option.
But it makes the decision for you. It just gives you a set of cards and food to start the game with, so you don't have to make this sort of thinky decision right at the beginning when you're still learning. And then it comes with a set of instructions for how to play your first 4 turns, given that starter hand. So that'll get you going a lot faster, but we have to sit here and think for a minute.
We have to make decisions in a second, but that's fine. We can do that.
But yeah, so then the structure of turns, once we have picked our stuff, is just going to be that we start out with these 8 action cubes, and we're going to take 8 turns this round. And each time we're going to take a cube, and we're going to choose one of these 4 rows and take that action. So you can either play a bird, or you can get more food by taking dice out of the the dice tower. You can lay eggs onto your birds that you've already played, and you can draw more bird cards from up here. So those are the 4 basic actions in the game. And then as you get birds out on your board here, you're going to be not only like the starter action is that you just get 1 food, right? But as you close off spaces by putting birds over them on your player mat, you get better. So after you have 2 birds in your forest, you start drawing 2 food when you use that action. And then if your birds have brown powers on them, like these 2 out in the tray, they get activated if they're in that row. So you take the 2 food and then you do all the bird things that are in that row. So
technical terms.
Build a great engine over the course of the game where you have more and more stuff to do on your turns, and you're getting more and more things out of each action. So that's sort of the quick overview. And there's tons of ways to get points. Each bird has a point value on it. Eggs are worth points. And then there are other things that the bird cards do, like tucking cards underneath of themselves or caching food on top of themselves. And everything on top of a card or under a card is also worth a point. And then we're going to play 8 turns, and then we're going to score this first end of round goal that we were talking about. We're going to look at how many birds with that platform nest symbol on them have eggs on them, and whoever has the most will get the most points. And then, but we score that by putting one of our cubes out there. So in the second round, we'll only have 7 actions to take, and the third round we'll have 6. The 5th round is just 5 actions, these super powerful actions, because you're doing so much in each row when you take your turn.
Okay.
But you have to be able to use your 5 actions effectively at the end.
So it's pretty simple, really.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of it's simple to explain, but obviously it's going to get complicated as soon as we bring in birds.
It's quite easy to pick up in my experience if you've played other games before. What we've seen with Wingspan is that a lot of people have been coming in who are birders or who've just heard about the game from friends or whatever, who haven't played a lot of hobby board games. And so the Swift Start pack was really aimed at that audience of folks that were overwhelmed, like who are just feeling totally overwhelmed when they heard everything I just said, or who watched the Watch It Played video from Rodney and whatever. So like I was happy that we were able to give them a way to access it even more quickly.
Yeah. No, that seems neat.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, I guess now we've got to... Sorry, go ahead.
We got to figure... You guys were probably studying up while I was talking, and
No, that would have been sensible. I was being the wobbly cameraman, walking around trying to point at things, going.
I really want this to burn.
I set up all my camera angles, but it didn't work out.
As per usual,
you got dealt 2 bonus cards, but you only get to keep one of them.
Oh, okay. Do these bonus cards score at the end of the game or at the end of the round?
It's at the very end of the game.
The very end, okay.
Oh, and do we know who's going first? The first player marker's just up here.
I think you get to go first, Elizabeth, because it's your game. That's the rule of who goes first. That I've always abided by as a child, but I think in this sense, in a very real sense, it's only appropriate now.
It's not. I don't think there's a huge first player advantage. You get a little bit more of a pick over the stuff on the bird feeder at the very beginning, but then on the end of round goals, it can be super advantageous to be last.
The bird dice. Okay. Right.
All right. So if I'm going first, I am going to take some food. So I'm going to just take this die out of the bird feeder, and I want a bug.
Okay.
one bug.
And that's my entire time. Oh, if I'm good, I should
I was
put
just
my
focusing on
cube
the wrong board. It's fine. That makes
cube
sense.
that taking that action, and then they all end up on the left. Oh, that is important with the European expansion. You really have to keep your cubes where you spent them.
Okay.
Chat says you need to ditch one of your bonus cards, Matt.
I don't want to. I want to spread my bets. It's a new tactic I'm trying called cheating. Can I ask a question? Well, if you want to do the player bird action, do you just put a cube on this little bit up here, or is that the one thing that doesn't cost cubes?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. That's all good.
So, for standard size cards, they had to make that road super tiny for everything to be able to fit into a normal size game box.
That makes a lot of
It
sense.
is a complaint that road should be thicker, which I sympathize with, but practically.
Well, just to make things even more confusing, I'm actually going to make all of our play tokens bigger as well, just because.
Oh no!
One tiny one and seven
just because
ones.
readability, and
Sure.
I wonder if I might make my tokens a different color as well. In fact, you know what? All this talk about putting an egg in a coffee, I'm just going to go and very quickly make myself a decaf coffee because I didn't get a chance to do so before we start the stream because of tech troubles. I'm gonna give you some homework, Tom. Can you do me some homework while I'm gone?
I'm used to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you please underneath our bits on the boards, down on these bits, can you write our names with a pen, something, so we can see who everyone is? Because it has got our names written here, but they're upside down and underneath cards.
Or do you want it on the top instead in this little space, or is that going to be?
I tell you what, you can do whatever you want. You can use the special treat time. You can do whatever you want. And I'm going to press a button that makes you too larger now, and I'm going to be back in a minute.
Right, in Tabletop Simulator, because that's one thing I haven't figured out yet.
So there's the text, and so you can either use the vector pen, which is F2.
Oh,
I
it's
think.
left. I see it.
It's at the top left, and then there's also text as well. You can use either. If you turn the camera to look at the three of us sitting at the table, there's a real sort of like descent from your profile picture towards mine, where it starts off as a nice picture of you, questionable picture of Matt, and then there's this little thing. It's quite alarming.
So we have type here, Elizabeth. Matt.
I don't know how to...
Oh, sorry, Elizabeth. I assumed Tom had done that as part of his goofiness. I didn't mean to be making fun of your inexperience with the text tool. Elizabeth, type here. I like it. I like
it's
that
not a
you've
name;
got
it's an instruction.
a
Have
green
I mentioned
mat.
that I'm a Tabletop Simulator?
Okay, wonderful, great. Good stuff.
Right.
Good stuff.
So how are we doing turn order here? Are we going left to right? Is it Matt's turn?
Yeah, that feels right.
Okay, left to right.
Matt still has to discard a bonus card.
Yeah, no, I do. Okay.
He thought we wouldn't notice.
This sounds like a card that's going to be as part of some sort of like party game. Okay. Birds in your habitat with the fewest birds. Hang on a minute. Birds in your habitat with the fewest birds.
For that card, you would want to like evenly distribute your birds across the forest, the grassland.
Right, that makes sense. I was just like, how can there be birds in birds? I'm like, that makes more sense. Okay, right. I got it now.
So like it would be that you could get 3 per row.
I'm going to go for the anatomist card, I think. Okay, which means I'll put this one in the tiny bin.
Everyone will manage to actually fill their board.
Very nice. Impressive. This little discard bin is like something my wife would buy to put in the bathroom. It's very nice. Okay. All right, so it's my go now, and I am going to keep it simple. Oh, it's already been taken. I don't want one of these. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna, I think, just activate one of these slots. So I would do this just by placing a cube on one of these, right? Right?
Yep.
to do a thing. I'm going to take a card. I'm not sure what card I'm going to take just yet, but I'll work that out in a second. Ooh.
I think you've got 3 plays here. You've got the kind of the nice kind of, this is like a sort of wholesome card. Then you've got the sort of the dark horse or dark duck, as it were. And then you've got the kind of aggressive, you're going to just brutalize the other. I don't know how this game works, so this is nonsense. But
either a rodent from the bird feeder or one of your own birds.
Wow.
oh,
Wow. Some people don't respect birds. I'm going to take the black-throated diver. The dark duck. The
a fine bird. Okay. I think I'm going to play a bird.
Oh, we have to physically refill this,
And
I guess.
I will play this. Okay. Maybe I won't. No, I might get some. I'm thinking about my decisions.
I like we've got in the Twitch chat we've got Conebone who's already pointed out the flaw in my plan and the fact that I've taken the anatomist card, which lets me to get points for birds that have body names in their body parts in their names. But people are pointing already that Clark's Nutcracker may not count, which is frankly mean.
Yeah. The dick sissel doesn't count. The titmice don't count. Yeah.
Okay.
Good question.
I can see now why there is quite a specific list of body parts on the card. There's, yeah, got it. Okay.
Well, and what I learned in the as Wingspan got translated into other languages is the bird names are very different sometimes, but they don't directly translate the bird names. A lot of bird names have their already had names, and so those bonus cards really don't work in some languages, and the people that have translated the game into other languages have had to figure out either just completely change them or they've put icons on the cards. I know for the German edition they just made up a new bonus card that's sort of in the same spirit. That's the biologist that looks for birds with the names of other plants and animals in their names. Yeah, which is
that
lovely.
must be a nightmare for balancing as well. You'd be like, how do we? What else can we find that is the same but different?
With them, my rule of thumb for why the different bonus cards score in different ways. So I don't know. They may have just changed the scoring on some of them, and the percentages in the.
Of course.
No, when I've been doing the expansions, I've been trying to keep the proportion of birds the same by their names, and it's a big pain in my butt.
Yeah, that does seem tough.
All right, so you have played.
I've played Mr. Wilson's Snipe.
Excellent.
So I did that. Whoa, you've made it really bright, Matt.
Sorry, the coloured lighting is sort of not quite working for me. So I'm just making the lighting plain.
So I presume. So I played this by getting rid of a grub.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
into this section here,
yep.
And then when I do drawing a card later,
mm-hmm.
Everyone gets to draw an extra card from the deck. Look how kind I am.
No,
right.
it's just
all of the cards are optional, so you can decide whether everyone gets to do it, but it's all or nothing, right?
Okay, sure. You've got to be nice to Wilson. That's his name.
Right. I'm gonna draw this card.
I misread the text at the bottom of this card. First of all, I didn't see this bottom bit of text, and I just misread it as, you've got a pencil in the way. Snipes can fly up to 60 miles per hour. Good snipes. I was like, well done, Wilson the Snipe. You done good. All right.
Yeah. We've gotten some requests to change the flavor text for that bird because people don't like thinking about it. I thought it was an interesting etymological fact that snipers got their name from the fact that they're able to shoot snipes even though snipes fly really fast.
That's
interesting.
So you may change
I don't know. I guess
it's
yeah. You gotta
Okay.
make your choices. I had
Oh,
chicken
so
soup
you
for
drew a
lunch, so I
card.
mean I can't
I
get involved in this.
finished it, you, Matt. I just drew my card.
Okay,
I
so it's back to
won
me.
card.
I am here. Okay. Still don't get. So, remind me, is this just not going to get refreshed till next turn now?
Oh nope, sorry, I should have refreshed it.
Oh, that's all right, because I was really getting quite sad.
Yeah.
And
It
then,
refreshes
yeah.
at the end of your turn.
Okay, so
So
there's
as
always 5 dice, is there?
drawing, it doesn't refill. But oh no, I thought you were talking about the cards. Sorry, the dice refresh. You can choose to re-roll them when the dice are down to showing just one face in the dice tower,
Mm-hmm.
or if it ever is completely empty, it
Okay.
automatically.
Okay. So at the
re-rolls her.
moment, I can't because there are more than one type of thing.
Right. But if
Gotcha.
someone takes the berry and the fish and it's down to just mice, then you can re-roll.
All right. Cool. Cool. All right. I'm going to take a little fish. That's going to live in my food box. Might make my
Nice.
food bigger.
So you take that die out of the bird feeder.
Ah, yes.
Don't
Yep.
get there. Okay.
Mhm.
I will also get a food, I think. And I will get a let's get a mouse.
Ah, somebody take the berry. I suppose it does man now, actually.
Cool.
Look at you. What are you doing with all these mice? What are you hoarding these mice for? What's your game?
Just stay away from the mice. Just stay away from the mice.
I think I'm gonna play a bird. And I'm gonna play it in my forest. And I've got to discard these 2 bugs.
Hmm.
Its power, it's like sitting on top of my cube, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little.
Move the cube.
Bonk.
At the end of your turn, they all end up on the left enemy. All right, and so its power is when played, draw 2 new bonus cards and keep 1. And I guess these are the bonus
Ooh.
cards. All right, so I can think about that while you go, Matt. These are both kind of good for me. I think I'll keep that one. All right.
Okay. So I'm just trying to get some little camera angles sorted out so I can actually show what people are doing. Rather than just
You
showing
can
what I'm
flip
doing.
around
all
all over
time.
the place.
I know, it is. I had all the camera angles set up.
You haven't even got a single bird.
I know.
Who would want to see that?
Really bothering me that you're not moving your cubes all the way over. I'm going to do it for you here.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh yeah, gotta shift them along. Shift them along. Okay. What we got in the bird feeder? Oh, it's rubbish. Where are all the good bird foods? All the fine bird foods I love to eat. This is not going great. I'm going to look at what we've got going on in the collection of current like bird cards available. So questions, is chaffinch or chickadee a body part?
Nope.
All right, I'm going to take a little chickadee. Chickadee doo da, chickadee day.
Okay.
And then
That
cost me a.
See, now, oh, not for drawing it. I was going to say if this were the app, it would go chickadee dee dee.
So I pay a cube for drawing a bird, right?
You keep what?
I still pay a cube for that, right? You pay a cube for everything. Yeah. Cool. Just.
for everything.
I thought you were stopping me, and I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Got to pay the cubes. I will play another bird card. I will play this Chihuahuan Raven
Nice.
for all the food I have. Oops, I goofed it a little bit. Okay. And then oh wait, can I play? Because I've already. Where do I put the
So
Can I
you.
do a?
So I didn't actually talk about this when I was teaching. So when you're playing in that first column, your cube starts out on top of the column you're going to play the bird in.
Yeah.
So that's free. But when you're playing birds in that second column, you're going to have an egg to discard.
Gotcha. So
and then when
if I
you play a bird in the third column, you got to discard 2.
yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
Where you're playing the bird, and then it ends up on the left.
Yeah. Great.
Oh, let's see. I have a bunch of stuff in my hand that I cannot play, and I don't like the food in the feeder, although I do have a bird that can eat anything, so I'll just take that. So that was this. I could pay a card to take a second food. That's an interesting proposition. No, I don't need to right now. All right, I want my cards. But this is the psychology. It might be better for me to actually pay that card, but I don't want to let any of my birds go.
Yeah, I've got lots of things in my hands. I'm collecting birds at the moment, I think. Maybe I'll never let any of them go.
In the bin.
No! This is trickety. Trickety boo. Okay, so I am going to play a mountain chickadee. Chickadee! I have to make my own sound effects because it's fine. And then that costs me a worm. Put the worm in the bin. I might make the bin bigger.
Everything's just growing on this table.
Well, that's half the...
Why not make the table bigger?
I probably could, but I'm not gonna.
You know you can stand, right?
So, I will do this. I'm going to do some laying eggs. I get 2 eggs.
Yes. If you had some food, you could choose to discard it.
Got no food.
So you put them on birds, and one thing I didn't point out when I was teaching is that each bird has little egg symbols on it, and that is the maximum number of eggs that you can have on that bird.
I see. So I've put 2 eggs on Cool Wilson over here, and then
I recommend that you actually put them on your raven because of the end of round.
But
Raven has or at least one of them should go on your raven because we're going to count how many birds have an egg on them that have that platform.
Oh yeah.
And does that
thing?
So it only needs one egg to count, but we're going to count the number.
So if we were tied for that and I had more eggs on my bird, would I win the tie?
No.
Straight up no.
Because a lot of them don't have a tiebreaker like that, so I didn't create it just for that one.
So, and then I can then use the when activated thing, and I can get rid of this egg to get myself 2 food.
Yes.
And of that food, it's from the supply, so I can choose what food I want to go for, which is nice. And then this goes whoop.
Bird.
Nice.
Great. Okay.
Ravens are so smart.
They're smarter than me. I just put the raven down. The raven did all the heavy lifting. And then I can. So yeah, I'll pick my food while you take your go, Elizabeth.
I am going to play another bird. I am going to play the brewer's blackbird, which needs a seed and some other food. So it's a seed. Here's my other food. And I'm done.
Good birds. Good birds. It's not my best song, I'll be honest. All right. I need to get back in the bird game. I really do. I had a strategy early on, and it hasn't worked.
I like how you're referring to it's like in another game, like in my favorite game, Glenmore Chronicles 2. It's like, you know, being, oh, I'm gonna get back into the whiskey game or something makes sense. But you keep saying I need to get back into the bird game, implying that there's parts of this game that don't have birds in them.
Yeah, I'm doing the bird strat. I hear the bird strat is actually pretty strong in this game. Actually,
I'm gonna start
we'll
investing
see.
in the bear strat, the hidden bear deck inside of Wingspan.
So I got 2 eggs.
Yep.
And I'm gonna
Put
put
it on
those
that,
eggs on the mountain chickadee. Chickadee doo da. Upside down egg. Nice.
I don't think you guys have chickpeas, but you have tits, which I believe are
Yeah.
related.
Yeah,
They look
probably.
similar.
I don't know. There's lots of birds singing outside of my house at the moment, but I don't really know what they are. Maybe starlings.
I will play a cube to draw a card, and then everyone else can draw a card as well.
What?
Oh,
What's our hand limit in this game? That's a good question that I've always
there's
forget.
no hand limit.
No hand limit.
No.
It's off the rails.
That's crazy. That means you can just sit there collecting birds all day and doing nothing else. That might be my new game strategy.
Is there a objective for having 100 birds in your hand?
There is actually a bonus card that
No way.
yeah, to have a whole bunch of cards in your hand. I forget what the number is.
Okay, that was my go. Just to draw a load of cards.
Okay. I got a very pretty bird. It's a crazy Latin name. Coco Throustes.
Cocoa
Words.
Throusties. Sounds like a bar.
Sounds like a cereal.
True, yeah. I'd either eat that cereal or go to that bar.
I am at a loss here. I want more food. But first, I think I'm gonna well, I can go ahead and re-roll. All right, I have to like zoom out to have access to this part of the bird feeder. All right, so if I stick this around the back, how do I roll? Oh, it just went in the
I
roof.
think you
That's
just
lovely.
drop them in.
Oh.
Oh, you did it.
This is classic tabletop sim. This one more, yeah. I really do like this that this has been fully implemented in a way that's kind of hilarious.
But it doesn't have a roof. But it does have a roof. I can't.
Okay. And I want a seed.
Cool.
Nice.
And I think, do I want to I might have to discard something just to get going here. I'm going to discard a bird to take a second seed.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
And then my little Vireo doesn't have a
Tom,
winner.
I don't know if I'm ever going to have any birds. Birds. All right. Okay. I mean, that is a really expensive bird, to be fair.
Matt needs a bird loan, says someone in chat.
I do. I need a bird loan.
I need a bird loan.
I think you should play your Danny Woodpecker just because they're one that I get in my yard all the time. I'm partial to them.
The only birds I get in my back garden are huge pigeons that keep eating. They're monsters. I mean, they're just so big.
Science. What has science done?
There's seemingly a special breed of pigeons exclusive to Southampton that are just colossal.
They've been selected for their size.
Okay.
Matt, you have 3 giant food.
I know. It's more that I have one small food. I like making things bigger in Tabletop Simulator. I know you can zoom in, but it's the simple joy of Tabletop Simulator. It's in many ways a terrible program, but you can make things really big or really small. So you gotta read the room and just go with what's going on. And for me, that's oversized things. All right, that's my go. Still no birds, but don't worry about it. I'm playing the long bird
Cool.
strat.
So can I? This little thing up here by the player bird thing means I can convert 2 food to 1 food, right?
Yeah, I always forget to mention that when I teach too. It's quite essential.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
So
I'll
the fish and your bug can be used as one of anything.
I'm gonna evolve my fish and bug into a mouse, and then play this Cooper's hawk here
Nice.
into my forest. That'll be me.
Nicely done.
You feeling some bird envy, Matt?
Yeah, big time. Big
Nope.
time.
I'm gonna get play.
I'd forgotten
This
that you can
beautiful-
evolve.
Food.
What was that? Sorry.
Oh, I can't do that. I don't have eggs yet. I'm gonna lay eggs. You'd think I played this game a few times.
It's easily done, as I've found. Okay, I am going to.
Wait, and then what
Oh,
does
sorry.
my brewer's
Sorry.
back do? Tuck a card from my hand behind this bird. If I do, also lay an egg on the. I can't. I need that stuff. Okay.
I need my bird stuff.
Need my birds. All right.
Oh! I forgot something.
Oh,
I should have. My mountain chickadee should have activated when I did that thing last round. I say I remembered it. I didn't remember it. The chat reminded me. So I get to put. I get to cache a food on this card.
right.
Ooh.
Basically, every time you take food, you're just getting a point for your chickadee.
Okay,
By
so
picking it
it's not food I can use. Then it's just points, or is it?
No, it's points.
Okay, I could really do with that food, chickadee. Is there no way I can like kind of threaten the chickadee? Give me that wheat. Yeah, you little bird.
There are some birds where you can take it back off, but this one you can't.
All right. Okay. Cool. It's fine. You can have it. I don't care. Eat it,
Points, man.
chickadee.
Complain about points.
So I could get some more. I could do the evolution trick that Tom did last time of turning 2 food into a magical different 3rd food, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
It's how evolution works.
That is how evolution works. That might be sensible. Is that an action to do that, or is it something you can just do?
It's part of playing a bird.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. That makes
You
sense.
can't do it for other bird powers, for example, that are looking for a food.
And if I go and do another food one now, do I get to re-roll the dice before? Because there's only 2 types.
Yep.
There's only 1 type. Okay, perfect. I'm going to do that. This has been a slow turn. Right. I'm going to put them in the tower. Tower of Dreams.
Wow.
It's pretty much.
And then-
Look at the other 3.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the other 3 is.
I was like, I was like,
Where's all the dice gone?
come on, shine on, you crazy diamond. Yes, yes. Right. I'm going to take that food. No. Not all of it. Steady on.
Still from when you rolled them.
And I can get rid of something. I don't want to get rid of that. I like my birds.
Why are you getting rid of something?
Because I've got the option to get
Trade in a
more-
card for.
Yeah,
I
I can trade a card
I
for an extra
see.
food. I've got to just do
I
some
see, I
head
see.
maths now. Do 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 do. No, that's fine. I'm not going to trade a card. I'm good. But I do get another one of these
Okay.
on my little thing. Phew.
More points. So I will activate here, and I'll place 2 eggs. Oh, guys, we're only down to 93 eggs.
No, everyone just ease off on the eggs for now until we work out exactly how long they're going to last for.
You want one of those to go in your Cooper's Hawk, yeah. There you go.
Yes, yeah. And then I'm just having a think as to whether I want to bin one of them to do my Mr. Chihuahua effect.
Right.
Which I probably do want to do that.
That raven is eating eggs, presumably.
He loves it. Yeah, I'll do that as well and get some more food for my birds. Cool.
Nice. Lovely bit of food.
That was my go.
All right.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
Oh, this is the last turn of the round.
I know I'm really not happy about that, but that's life.
So as predicted, I'm going to play this Hawfinch now that I have an egg to discard. They eat both of these.
A nice little bird.
Aren't they bird? Do you ever see those? Does that look at all familiar to you?
I'd be lying if I said I was sure. But I feel like I have seen a bird that is a bit like that before. I saw a robin when I was having my lunch the other day. I know what they look like.
I don't even know if the Hawfinch is in Europe, is in England actually, but you guys have a bullfinch that's also very lovely.
Yeah, I feel like I recognise these names, but again, I'm just not very knowledgeable about things. Quinn's actually knows a lot about birds, I think.
Oh.
But
well, he should be here.
I know. Unfortunately, he's doing something else, but he will probably be checking us out at a different time in the near future, I think. But yeah, I do like birds.
Personally.
I just don't remember how things, like, I'm not good at remembering facts, you know? I can understand things, but in terms of, like, names of things, useless.
Yeah.
Relatives, birds, anything. There's some lovely comments in the chat today. Blue Lemon says, thank you, Elizabeth Hargrave, for helping to make such a lovely game. I got into board games this year because of how pretty Wingspan is and the theme. So that's quite good. And TPGH201 asking, what would be a thematic thing to replace the cube markers with?
So there's a company named Meeple Source that made birds. So they're little wooden bird meeples. So you can get a set, or I think you can buy like 8 of any given bird, and you can kind of mix and match. They made a bunch of North American ones, and they made a bunch of European ones now. They are lovely. And then a bunch of people have been making like 3D printed little bird houses to use instead of the cubes. Those are super cute. Those are the 2 main categories that I've been. Oh, and also some 3D printed birds I've seen.
Wow.
Really, yeah.
That's what this game needs. More birds.
People have been getting like little realistic looking nests to put the eggs in.
That is very sweet.
And of course, you can buy different food tokens a bunch of places. Meeple Source has lovely wooden ones, and Board Game Geek has ones that are they look very much like the cardboard tokens, but they're like kind of Jolly Ranchery, like sort of translucent and shiny.
I just realised you could play it with you could play it with what are they called, mini eggs. You could play with mini eggs because mini eggs are about the same size as eggs, and then when you use an egg, you could eat the mini egg, and you could make nests that are basically those chocolate cereal ones with. Although this is just me consuming birds now, which is maybe not in the spirit of the game, but eat the nests. Yeah. Okay, so this is my turn. It's not going to be as terrible as it looks up until this point. I'm playing a downy woodpecker, which when played, play a second bird in this area, pay its normal cost. So I'm paying 1 egg for the first bird, and then I'm going to play Clark's Nutcracker, which is going to be the rest of my food to do this because oh no, it's not actually. Great. It's 2 food and a worm. And that is basically going to be for this.
And the second one, you have to pay the egg for it too.
Yes. So I got no eggs, but that's fine because I'm not going to be the person who has the most eggs on birds anyway. That's not going to happen. So yeah, I'm happy with that. One question I've got: does it activate twice for the two things, or is it one activation?
Does which activate twice?
Because I got the second bird, got the bird combo. Play 2 birds. It only activates once, right?
You play 1 second bird. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I got it. So I'll put another little thing on my mountain chickadee.
Oh no, because you're not activating your whole forest right now. I see what you're asking.
Yeah. So it's still only one activation. Oh no, it's not an activation when you play, is it?
No, exactly.
Well, that answers that question. Neat.
Dude, you played a bird.
All right. Lovely.
I think I will draw some cards. Or do I want... Yeah, I'll draw some cards. So I will draw 1 card from the... Oh no, I'll take 1 from the here. I'll have...
What birds are you looking at, Tom? What birds are you looking at?
I'm gonna have common chaffinch.
Common, little, bitter. It's me. All right.
And then everyone also gets to draw 1 because of my special, because of Wilson. Because of Cool Wilson, as I've dubbed him. What I get?
Bird for me too. That's my bonus card.
Because of Wilson.
He's great.
All right.
Okay.
So that great. Oh, and then you activated your Wilson. So that's the end of the round.
Yeah.
So at the end of the round, you discard all the birds in the tray.
Goodbye, birds.
And then we have to judge who has the most platform nesting birds with eggs on them.
I think it's me with 2.
Yep. So you put your cube out here on the first place spot.
And I get 4 points.
Yep.
Yep.
I get no points because I ain't got no eggs, but that's fine. I
have a bird with a star nest, and star nests are wild. So I'm in second place with my giant cube.
And in third place, I mean, we can probably make these smaller, can't we? But I don't think I want to.
They're comically large. I love it.
It's fine. Hey, neat.
I should have used my 1 small cube. I have one that you missed when you were making everything bigger.
Oh, no. All right, fine. I'm going to make it even smaller.
Then you reset all your cubes.
It won't let me make it smaller. That's obviously a minimum size. Make one of them slightly bigger. No. Sorry, it's mean. I'm going to give you slightly normal size cubes. All right.
All right, and then on this round, we're gonna judge who has the most birds with brown powers on them.
Cool.
Okay.
So right now, Glenn has 3, and Matt and I both have 2.
So what to play for in the bird round? Okay. Mission Poir says, I'd love to see an expansion featuring birds of paradise.
Yeah, so the next expansion, Stonemaier hasn't announced what's in it other than that it's Oceania, which is Australia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea. But there are definitely birds of paradise in that region of the world. So
yes, yeah.
It was really fun to dig into that set of birds. It's a much longer list of birds than either North America or Europe. It's like 2,000 species or something crazy like that.
Crazy.
I might be misremembering that. Maybe the next one that I'm looking at is that big. Anyway, they've been getting progressively longer and longer lists, which is hard for me because it's just heartbreaking to leave so many birds out. But yeah, there was a lot of fun stuff to pick from. So the one illustration Jamie has shared so far is the emu. So we know there's definitely going to be an emu.
Hell yeah. That's great.
They've got crazy birds.
I'm guessing, do we re-roll all these dice or do we just leave them as they are?
You don't re-roll the dice.
Okay. Wishful thinking. It's fine.
You get stuck.
Okay. Okay, what we got? What do we get? That's a good bird, isn't it? Great bird.
All of a sudden, you're really good at getting food, Matt.
I know. That was my plan, but I wanted to like combo it even further, but the amount of eggs I needed, forget about it. Forget about it. All right, I'm gonna get some food. Surprise, surprise. So I'm going to. Okay. I'm gonna take the fish and a berry. Berry and a fish.
One berry.
Thank you very much.
Cool. I'm gonna play my common chaffinch.
Oh, ain't nothing common about that chaffinch.
And I will pay a grub and an egg to do it.
This one, when activated, choose 1 to 5 birds in this habitat. Tap 1 from your hand behind each. Ooh. Interesting.
It's pretty nice.
You're going to have to get more birds in hand for that, though, aren't you?
A bird in the hand is worth points, I think, behind the common chaffinch. You'll go, Elizabeth.
Yes, I forgot. I forgot to activate my things. That's fine.
Oh, did you?
Oh, I didn't put a cube.
Sorry.
It's fine. I forgot to. So I only get the mountain chickadee thing because the nutcracker only works if there's any food in the bird feeder.
Yeah.
And currently, food in the bird feeder has been very, very popular.
Not the food you want.
All right, you're going for some food as well, huh?
Get some food. I want a mouse, and then I want to re-roll.
Should I do the honors?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Wow.
All the food.
Oh
all the food I want.
This is a food bonanza. This is I'm on wheaty heaven. Please save me some food.
All right, and then my hawfinch lets me reset the bird feeder again.
I mean, you should do it. It seems like a sensible thing to do. Still a lot of food there. I'll take it.
Some good fishes.
Those are still grouped. That's exactly what you did before.
Yeah, it's easily done.
All right. There we go.
Okay. Okay. So... I think I'm going to take some more food. So I'm going to take 2 food. I'm going to take... No, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to take a bug and...
that was a fish.
Fish. Bug and a fish. And then I'm going to get... This is going to be taken by my big bird. I forgot the name of it. It's called Clark's Nutcracker. How could I forget? Clark's Nutcracker is cracking that bit of food.
So that bird power says you may cash it on this card, so you can either take it as food or cash it.
Oh, cool. Oh, well, I'm keeping that. That's mine. Great. And then that's me done.
Okay.
The other one? Yeah, you took one for your other bird, right? For your chickadee.
Laughing.
Well, it looks like your giant fish is going to eat all of your other food.
Yeah.
It's just swimming along in your little tray.
Okay. Go there and get some tasty foodstuffs. Let's get some tasty food at the tasty food thing. Oh wait, no, up there. Oh wait, but there's. Oh, can I? I can re-roll before the thing, can't I? Yep.
Yep.
Great.
And you re-roll in the middle of taking your 2 too, if you wanted to.
Cool.
I mean, you would have to once it was empty. But...
Give me what I want. Give me what I want.
Really...
That is what I want. I'll take the green bug, and I will have a wheat
Green bug, yellow wheat.
seed, and that's me done.
All right.
Oh
I
wait,
want...
hold on. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Do your
I
bird.
forgot to.
You forgot your things.
Definitely not done. I forgot all these things.
It's a little easier to forget in Tabletop Simulator because you have to like zoom in on them to remember what they do.
So I will tuck a bird underneath this common chaffinch.
So if you click U, it goes under.
Yeah, I didn't even know this. It's crazy.
Someone
Lovely.
on the Facebook group taught me that.
And then
So many things.
and so that was Finchy, and then King K. Cooper gets to look in the deck, and if it's a small bird, it eats it. It is a small bird.
That's definitely a small bird.
Yum. Cool.
All right. Okay.
Nice. All right, now I'm gonna take some food.
Yeah, sorry.
And as my second thing, I don't think it really matters. I'll take a seed. And then, oops, my hawfinch gets to re-roll everything. Oops.
I thought you'd drawn something then. I thought you just accidentally drawn something here using the pen.
I've been busy drawing my making my good bird list.
I've only just seen this. This is great.
Of all the
Berries. What is up with these dice?
so many berries. They're loaded.
Okay. Which means though
Loaded
that
with
my hawfinch has
berries.
failed because it was a seed from the bird feeder.
Oh,
That is no.
Hawfinch, you're fired.
And I am done.
Okay. All right. It's time for the big plays. It's probably not time for the big plays. Okay. So I'm going to play the black-throated diver. Whack, whack, whack. That's the noise that they make.
Yep.
That's a duck noise.
Pretty sure that's
Quack, quack, quack. If we were playing on the Steam
It's
version of the
perfect,
game,
absolutely
which does all of the accurate bird noises, that's the noise it would make.
You're actually, you're looking for voice acting work right now, right? So
Yeah,
quick.
I can be black duck, red duck, green duck. Just get in touch with my agent. It's going to be a great year for bird noises. Okay.
Someone will correct me on this in the chat if I'm wrong, but I think your divers are related to our loons. And loons have like these amazing, very haunting calls that are not at all duck-like.
Ooh.
Like
I don't know.
quack,
That really just
quack. Like that.
It's like what is in the room.
I mean, they're very beautiful birds.
Yeah.
Right, that's me done. I got distracted looking at a picture of a bird. Standard work day.
Happens to the best of us.
What's the fun fact on your diver? This northern species breeds on deep freshwater lakes within a yard of the water's edge.
Oh.
Okay.
You got a good voiceover voice there. I like that. I can imagine you doing a documentary about birds. Mountain chickadees are generally found in the conifer forests of the American West.
I played a bird. It's called Baird Sparrow.
That's Baird Sparrow, mate. All right.
It's good. at eggs.
Lay an egg on another bird. That's rude. I mean, so far I've become very quickly attached to each one of these birds, but Baird Sparrow, it's not doing it for me. Really?
Baird
No.
Sparrow, no. I think I'm just gonna, I don't know. Yeah, I'm struggling creatively for what I should do with Baird.
I'm going to play a scissor-tailed flycatcher. Tyrannus four.
It's
four
the bird on the
ficus.
box.
It is the box bird. Double points. Okay, and that's going to cost me all of my food to do that.
And it is worth 8 points already.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, I hadn't even been thinking about. Oh, okay.
Hadn't
I'm a
been thinking
fool.
about
I hadn't even
points.
thinking about No.
This isn't my first board game rodeo.
Game without thinking about the points.
I mean, mostly I don't either. I get halfway through a game and I'm like, how do you win this again? And then someone tells me, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna win. But
Cool. I will get some egg. I get 3 egg.
I get 3 egg.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Any? Yeah, right. Round 3 though is bird with no egg. Oh, gotta be careful.
That's about how I got camera up there. Yeah, I do. So this round is brown powers. And then third round, birds with no egg. And then finally, egg in coffee. No, egg in nesting birds, presumably, right?
Could you what egg in your coffee would be? They're like coffee souffles.
I wouldn't be surprised. I was quite surprised when I discovered bulletproof coffee was a thing, which is just putting a slab of butter in your coffee with some.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just coffee with butter and I think something else. It's pretty horrendous. I did try it once. It does work.
How different is it from cream?
Very
Different.
because the thing is the most of the butter, because you can do it with butter or with coconut oil. In both cases, they float to the top and create this thin layer of film. Well, quite a thick layer of film actually. So it means when you're drinking, it kind of coats your lip and your top of your mouth in a way which is you're very aware that you're basically drinking hot butter, and coffee together. It's very odd, but it does work. I've done it. I did it once just to try and work out what people were talking about, and it worked just because it was like, oh, it makes sense. This is just caffeine and fat, and like. And
what can be wrong with that?
well, it's in terms of a breakfast, it's just like it's so easy to digest that it gives your body energy immediately. Yeah, it's like, but it's probably not a good thing. Yeah, I think generally it's like if somebody's pointing out it's like butter and coffee is not bad. It's good for you if you have coffee but no food. So yeah, it's basically the gist I got. It's like if you don't have time for breakfast and you don't have coffee, it's not very pleasant. But if you do it, then it's effectively like you're having some food. It's just the food is just fat. But that's all right.
Is it burn?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Just talking about coffee.
It's fine. This is what streaming is technically for.
All right. I'm gonna re-roll before I take my second food, and then with my bird, I'm gonna re-roll all over again. I do not want berries. Oh, those didn't go where I want. Close enough together.
One fell down there as well. Oh, zoom, 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 zoom.
That one was never grouped.
Oh wow!
That is what I wanted. How
Worm
many
fest.
kinds have we gotten in this game? That's at least the third. All right, so that's my second food. And now with this.
Hawfinch, we're back to the gambling. All right, you can roll them all.
Yeah.
Ah, that's brutal. I like this. The Hawfinch is really kind of taking on its own character as a kind of horrible jester in this game. Of immediately like taking all the good food and then just kind of getting rid of it all again.
All right, and now it gets a seed.
Oh.
Excellent. I played
Okay. I am going to activate food. And I'm going to take a worm berry. And then that food is going to get taken by my magical bird that nicks food. And I'm going to keep the food for now, I think. But then also I get another food on my little, what's he called? A mountain chickadee. My chickadees working out for me quite nicely. Chickadee cash back, it's real. And I might actually discard my card for another. Is that insane? Yeah, I'm actually going to discard a card.
Wow.
Yeah. Put a card in the bin. Get rid of my tufted titmouse because it's not a body part. And I guess I'll take the fish. Why not? Food, food, food. Food, 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 food. Right.
Okay.
That's me. That's my go. Back in a sec.
I will draw bird cards, and I'll have. Let's have a look in the bird shop. I'll grab this one, and then I'll grab. I think I'll spend an egg to get another one from the deck, and then I'll draw one from the deck as well. And you and Matt can draw one from the deck as well, because of my generosity.
Pretty bird.
And yep, that was me. Woomph. Here you go.
The bird
What
I
have I got
wanted.
in here? Huh?
You took the bird I wanted.
Ha ha ha. Gotta get the birds while you can.
House Wren, the ferruginous
Wow.
hawk.
All right.
Some of these birds are amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is your
I'm gonna play
I like the barred owl. Oi.
Storm Petrel, which cost me a bug and 2 fish.
Ooh.
We've both got Wilson's. I've got Wilson's
And a
Snipe,
bug.
and you've got Wilson's Storm Petrel.
Yeah, I think they might be named after the same person even.
Ah.
There's like a few super active ornithologists of the past that have like 10 things named after. Often they actually have lots of different things, not just birds. Like, I think some of the flavor text on some of these is like, so and so also has a snail and 3 fish named after him. And the dice get re-rolled as soon as the thing is empty, so you can know what's there before. Oops.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this. I'm just going to have to activate my lay eggs.
Oops. Oh, that means I get to lay an egg. Because of my avocet.
Yeah, and all players, because I've got a scissor-tailed flycatcher, aka only the flipping bird from the box, everybody gets a free worm from the supply.
Everyone gets a free
Awesome.
worm.
You get a worm. You get a worm. Okay,
Everyone gets a worm.
I get 2 eggs.
Great.
I'm going to put my 2 eggs on the scissor flycatcher because I think that they've earned it. There you are.
Cool.
Enjoy your eggs. Actually, I might get a third egg. I'm going to get a third egg by discarding something, but you can carry on what you're doing, Tom.
You're gonna get a third egg.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I know. This isn't it?
So I am gonna get. Oh, now where should I put him? That's the question. A lot of egg. What's the benefit of having multiple eggs on cards? This might be a really silly question.
The only time it really matters where your eggs are is for the end of round goals and for any bonus cards that care about it. So for example, because one is coming up where you want no birds with no eggs, consolidating them on one bird that can hold lots of eggs might be good for you.
Yeah, whereas this one's like
okay, that's
number of
cool.
eggs in basket bird cards. So that's like
Right.
that counts the number of eggs, not birds. So there's your answer, Tom.
Gotcha. Right.
Can never
okay,
have too many birds.
I'm gonna play a bird. Donk, which is gonna cost me a little wheat, a little seed, and an egg. And I'll discard this egg to do that. And then, yeah, that's it. And then I need to come up with a cool name for red-winged blackbird.
Red-winged
Chat
blackbird.
If chat has a good name for red-winged blackbird that I can put in the bird list,
That
let
does
me
look
know.
like a bird designed by like a 12-year-old boy in a cool way. I like it.
You think?
Yeah. It's got like
Very
cool
much.
red and yellow fire stripe on it.
I've never thought about them that way. I love it. They're very common in one of the places that I go birding. They hang out by lakes and water. All right, I'm gonna draw some cards. Let's see.
The Twitch chat has just been talking about butter and margarine for the past 10 minutes. So
I get
that's
take two. I don't think I want to get into hunting. I think I'm gonna just take one from the deck, and then some Storm Petrel lets me draw one card for each empty slot in this row, and then at the end of my turn, keep one and discard the rest. So I'm going to take 3 more. And then I have to think. Damn it. Oh, that's good for one of my bonuses. That's good for one of my bonuses. They all are. Ay, ay, ay. What am I gonna do here? I have a way to get seeds, so maybe I'll hang on to that one. Okay. All right, I am all done.
Draw the birds.
Release the birds.
Oh, I've not been tidying up my cabs. Naughty. All right. I know. I'm sorry. Oh.
Gotta have.
Okay. And I guess makes sense for me to play my Eurasian collared dove. I'll play that there, which requires me to remove 1 egg.
Just one.
Just 1 egg. Well, in this case, I'll take the egg from black-throated diver. Oh, rolly eggs. Stay in the
Some
right
sort
place.
of shell going on over there that I can't quite follow, but
Okay. Yeah, it's like I'll just give you this egg and then you take this egg and then hold this egg. Okay. Okay, so I'm spending seeds and some berries to get my Eurasian coloured dove. What a lovely bird. Look at that. Look at that. And this bird has a nice little round end thing that lets me get rid of food from my supply and tuck cards behind them. But I don't have any cards. No one from the deck. Okay, cool. Well, that's okay. But also, I don't really have that much food either.
you want to amass food at the end of the round so that you can trade some of it in for cards, for tucked
Points.
cards.
In Greek myth, this mournful sounding bird was once a servant who complained about her wages.
Probably didn't end well for her, knowing Greek myths.
She turned into a mourning dove.
Yeah, exactly.
The collared dove. Our
All
American
right.
ones are mourning doves.
Did you, Matt, was that your last cube, or?
It probably
play-
was. Yeah, it should be. It must be.
Cool. Okay, just checking that I'm not going a
Nope.
bit crazy.
You're not
Yeah,
going
'cause you
crazy.
don't have it
You're all
up
good.
in- that was
I got
a bird row. Yep.
Ein cube. Okay, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 1, 2, 3. So I've got that in the bag, so I don't need to worry about that. And then I need to get. What's in the food thing? Rubbish.
What is in the food thing? It's just
I
fish and mice. My favourite meal.
I will draw two. I get 2 cards, and both of you get 1 card because of my favorite dude.
Oh, cool.
I'll
That's been
have. I
incredibly
like the
useful.
look of. Yeah, no problem.
Hmm.
What can I say? I'm too kind.
It is a nice stroke to the design that you just you get cards that just let other people have things for free.
People really enjoy free stuff. I've
And
discovered.
It's true. It's great in a game like this where usually you'd be horribly crunching and going, but I need to do that action to get a card, or like, I was at a point where I've got no cards and I'm like, I don't really want to spend a whole action doing it, but I have to because now I've got a duck.
I've got some fabulous birds now. Okay, let's tuck this behind here, which also gives me an egg. Sorry, I just got very excited about the birds in my hand.
Yay.
Egg on there, and
X to egg.
that's it.
All right, cool.
That's me.
All right. One more turn, and now I have all this stuff to do. I don't really like what's in the bird feeder. Shoot, how am I gonna do this? How am I going to do this? Maybe for right now, I will just lay eggs.
Yeah.
So stick one there. I'm gonna see my little eggy symbols on my cards here.
One of your eggs is upside down. I'll flip it for you.
Stick one there. And then I will want to discard a food for another one. Not really. And then my Brewer's Blackbird lets me tuck a card from my hand behind the bird and lay an egg on the bird.
Phew. Eggs bonanza.
This mallard under. Uh-oh, it grouped them and now it won't go under.
For those of you who tuned in recently, we are playing Wingspan with the designer, Elizabeth Hargrave, who's appears to have dropped a card into the ether now, which is very common in Tabletop Simulator. We're playing in Tabletop Simulator. This is actually the official,
There we go.
the official Wingspan DLC on Tabletop Simulator, which is a pretty lovely thing. It's got some automated setup. It's got a actual dice tower that looks like a little birdhouse. It's a very cute.
What have you done to my eggs? They're all different sizes.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Elizabeth. I have no idea. Like, I think they come like that in the game. I think that it's like in the Stone. You have to ask someone at Stonemaier, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it is in the paid for game.
These are normal eggs.
Nothing
Not
strange
alarmed.
is
Are
going on.
you
with
the
you.
only person that can change the sizes of things, or can we?
No, of
mess
course
with
you
that
can.
or
It's sorry, I didn't realize you didn't know how to change things back. You can just press minus and plus whilst hovering over things to make anything bigger or smaller. It's the best thing in the program, honestly. That and being able to
Customize your
spawn in
exactly the right
calculators. Okay, so that's the end of the
Right,
round,
it's the end
right?
of the round. Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
most brown powers. I think, unfortunately, Tom has stolen it with a clean 6. I've got
Give me the points.
4.
Very
3.
clear to me that I was not gonna get that one.
Yeah, that's how I felt with the first round. I wasn't even gonna try.
Ah,
Okay, let's put one of my cubes up on there. Oh no, too
I feel
far. Way too far.
precisely placing cubes is one of the hardest things in this program.
Yeah. Are you using a laptop trackpad by any chance?
No.
No.
I have
Okay.
a mouse.
Yeah, makes sense. There's some. It probably didn't help that I've made the cubes very, very big. When we were playing Lords of Vegas,
They don't each other.
we were playing Lords of Vegas last week with Mike Salenker, and he was playing it on his laptop, which he said he put on an ice pack for the duration because he was just so concerned that Tabletop Simulator would just melt his computer. But he was just like, I'll put it on an actual ice pack and stay away from it. But yeah, so you're not alone in this. Right. First player token moves on to Mr. Thomas.
Yes,
Ah,
it's me.
only 6 actions in the final round.
I'm gonna get to swap out the birds.
Oh yes, sort out the birds. New birds, please.
I'm assuming that this one's sitting here nicely displayed against the.
It's the keeper of the discard pile. Um,
Moorhen.
A weird perspective thing going on over like between the dice tower and the cards, that the dice are like the size of cards.
Yeah.
Like hurting my brain.
I really. I find that like I'm kind of, as I said it to you earlier, I'm kind of in the process of writing a thing about it now, but I think that it's you lose so much of the experience of playing a board game physically with people in this sort of thing. So I tend to just lean in hard to the fantastical of it, of being like, well, let's just make the dice this big, because you couldn't have that in a board game, so but you can now. So
They're weightless.
Okay.
So it's Tom's turn.
Big Tom, what are you gonna do?
Just having
Birds
a quick
got eggs by the end of this round.
think.
And we only have 6 turns. And I have not reset my cue.
I need an update on the list of good bird list. The good bird list. Cool Wilson. Ding. Mr. Chihuahua. The Power Raven. Ding. King K. Cooper. Hawk. Finchy. Just Bad. And Beefcake.
Who's Beefcake?
Beefcake, I presume, is
red-winged blackbird. Is Beefcake.
Why is
Beefcake was named by chat.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I just put it to chat, and chat decided that red-winged blackbird would be called Beefcake.
Sure.
Which is interesting because Beefcake is one of the smaller birds in my roster, which is confusing. But hey, sorry, I'm having a real. I have no idea what to play.
Oh, we've hit the crunch.
Yeah, it's mainly because, just to give you a sneak preview, Matt, of the possibility. Like, look at this. Like, I want this in my bird roster straight away.
Oh wow! Look
Right?
at that.
Amazing.
That is one of the best birds I've ever seen, in or out of a video game.
Amazing. So I need to think about what can I do now. I can have. Let's have this one here, which I can place for an egg and a bug. And let's go for this egg. Oh god, and a bug from my thing. There we go. Done. Sorry, that took me way too long.
It's all right.
Now we've got to update the bird list. Oh my goodness.
Bird analysis paralysis affects us all at different times.
Yeah.
I remember there was a museum, which was it was kind of a cross between a museum and an actual aviary on the Canadian side of Niagara Falls, and yeah, it was bizarre. It was like you went through this museum about this sort of semi-fictional history of a great bird explorer searching for a magical bird, and then into an actual aviary with loads of quite incredible birds. But I think it was yeah, he was searching. I think at the time there was, you might know more about this than I do, Elizabeth, but there was a time where there was definitely explorers trying to find, because they'd seen these exotic birds that were just like unlike anything they'd ever seen. They thought they'd all come from one place, so they were trying to find this special land of exotic birds. They were convinced there was like a hidden, within a jungle somewhere, there was like this hidden place where it would just be an incredible quantity of these weird and wonderful birds, and they were just trying to find it, like they had a home, which I think is a really magical idea. Obviously, it's not true, but but this like magical birdland of exotic wonders.
Yeah. I mean, do you think it's related to the fact that they migrate and like the birds were gone for part of the year?
I guess it must have been. I guess it would have been they just see something really unusual and then it wouldn't be around anymore. And I don't know why it was, but they spent a lot of time trying to find this birds of paradise kind of kingdom. which I think is just, yeah.
Yeah.
But it may well have been that. It may well have been that they're like, look, come to this jungle where I saw this thing. And then everyone's like, there's nothing here. And they're like, but there were loads of them here a minute ago. And their only explanation was they must have gone home to this, like, one place.
I kind of do.
Yeah. All right.
All right, I have taken my turn.
Okay. What do you do?
I have a bunch of food.
Got some food.
Food,
I have
food,
lots
food.
and lots.
Okay.
I have a plan.
This is bold.
That's very ominous.
I'm almost able to execute my plan.
That's even more ominous.
All right. I am going to activate the draw bird cards power. In fact, I'm just going to check out what food's available at the moment.
What's in the food zone?
It's not that great. It's not that great. So I'm going to leave it. I'm going to go draw birds. And I'm going to draw the red-legged partridge. This beautiful bird. Ooh, such plumage. That's my bird now.
A fine choice.
Fine.
Capacity.
And then I'm going to activate my black-throated diver. There's metal of ducks available. And discard all remaining face-up cards and refill the tray. If I do, draw one of the new face-up cards. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to bin the sparrow and the moorhen. And I'm going to draw... Oh!
Whoa!
We got a roadrunner. We got a chimney swift.
These are great.
And a barn swallow.
Ooh, interesting. And a barn swallow.
Cool.
I am going to take the chimney swift.
Birds with buildings in their name. I guess a chimney isn't an entire building.
It's a bit of a building.
Architectural bird.
Yeah, that's when you get to like birds with architectural features or oh gosh, it's like explain that to a German 8-year-old child. Yeah, I guess it's languages. What do you think, Tom?
I would like. Well, I don't know what I'm thinking anymore. I've got birds. I've got birds.
I've got birds.
Too many birds. And then I can. Oh, I don't want to be wasteful just to get this silly bird into my field of birds. But maybe I want to do that one. What I'll do, I'll take food. Yeah. And I'll do that. So I'll take the wheat, and I'll take a mouse.
Wheat and a moose.
Wheat and a moose. And then I'll do the other two activations, which let me tuck one. Okay, let's go all in on this and tuck a bird behind both of these young chaps.
Why do birds ominously disappear every time Tom is here?
Then have we got a small bird for what was that, sorry?
How are you doing that?
Is it this one? When activated, choose 1 to 5 birds in this habitat.
Oh. So you
one.
took food, right? Okay.
Yeah,
I was looking at your card. Yeah, your cards were one card from your hand behind it. Yes, indeed. All right. Card who dadded you.
Yeah, Cooper's Hawk, another victim for King K. Cooper again.
Big Cooper is a dangerous, dangerous bird. Keep your
Absolutely
distance.
horrible bird. Cool, and that's me done.
I want a fantasy version of the game where every time you eat a bird, you get bigger until there's no bird in the world that cannot be eaten.
I actually do want a fruit.
All right.
And why not? I'll take another fruit because I don't really want anything in particular. Oh, that's not true. I'm going to
All the
reroll.
fruits.
You want something in particular?
Oh, I was trying to help, but I just stole them.
Did I get all 5 in? Nope. I got 3 of them in. There we go.
Oh, show me the good dice rolls that I want.
I pressed the wrong button. Sorry.
That's my second thing. I'm taking a bug.
Got a couple of mice, got a bug.
And then I get to reroll again for my half-inch.
It just teleported over there.
Went all the way over there.
I don't know what just happened.
I have
And
no idea.
I keep going to the left-hand side, so I'll just go a little further right this time. All right, and my half-inch has failed. Stupid
That's a
half-inch.
lot of worms. All right.
Oh, it's so many worms. Get them out of here.
Okay.
Get those worms out of here.
Get those worms out of my club. All right. Okay. Okay. I am going to play a bird. Here. It costs me
So
an
on
egg.
your cube is a pet.
The chimney swift. Okay. That is my whole go. Play the bird.
But this cube is up here.
Oh. I'm just...
No,
No, hang on. Oh, yes, of course, because it's not...
it doesn't affect
Yes,
that dump.
yes, no. It's because the cubes are massive. You should
Play
speak
it
to
any of
someone
them,
at Stonemayer about making the cubes less massive and making it so that the
Yeah.
eggs are all the same size and not like some of them are really big and some of them are really small. Because I think it's confusing. But other than that, it's a very good game.
10 out of 10.
Bad eggs. All right.
I'm just having a moment.
So
I think I'm
some
gonna-
of the birds in the European expansion have powers that actually like look at how many cubes you have in a certain place. So it matters, but I haven't played any of them.
3. So I draw 2 cards from that. Then I draw 2 cards from this. So I've drawn 1, 2. And then I draw...
Activated Tom.
And then, so you guys both draw... Everyone draws 2 cards.
2 cards?
2?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Hold on, let me... So I had 1 in my hand to start the turn, and then I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah.
Oh.
And then I get to tuck on my red-winged blackbird. If I do also lay an egg. That's gonna mess with something, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have
This
a way of
round,
playing
we want birds with no eggs, please.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the tuck a bird.
Tuck a bird, tuck egg.
Tuck a bird, tuck an egg. Okay, that's me done.
All right, watch this.
Oh, okay. I will do. What are we doing?
Watch and learn.
I'm gonna play a mountain bluebird,
That's a great bird.
That's a cool bird.
which is a bug and a fruit and an egg. And then that lets me play a second bird in my grassland.
Lovely.
And I'm gonna play a house wren.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
This is what I was trying to do on the first turn, which it turned out was wildly ambitious.
And then I'm gonna play this grasshopper sparrow
It gets rid of all your eggs.
seed. And 2 eggs.
Classic.
Wow.
What a
That's
lovely egg
that's-
sample of a clever play.
Oh no.
I'll get my coat. That's
That was
fine.
wonderful. Just
That's
The
a
quality
lovely
more
move.
comedy that I
birds.
on
A
this
lovely
channel.
move. A lovely move. Yeah, I think I'm done now. That's me done. It's a pun that you can't walk back from. All right. Okay. I am going to activate this, which means I get 3 eggs. I'll sort that in a minute. And when activate, if this bird is to the right of all the birds in its habitat, which it is, move it to another habitat. So the chimney swift is going to go, "Ah, ah, ah," and it's going to fly up. Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, that's nice. And then also, when activated, all players gain a worm. So everyone get yourself a free worm.
Matt, you don't know how helpful that was.
Honestly, it's my pleasure. You enjoy that worm. And I get 3 eggs. Do I have to put the eggs on the birds straight away?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, that's fine.
No, you're not getting out of this one, Mr. Lees.
Jeez.
I think we have said that you can choose not to use all of the, like, if you really don't want to lay your eggs in that. Seems like it's never actually the right decision.
No, I'm going to keep my eggs. I'm going to keep my eggs. But if you're upset at the prospect of having to lay eggs, you don't have to.
Right.
I'm trying to make it look like my scissor-tailed flycatcher has just like got a couple of eggs under its wings, like it's flying home with some tins for the lads.
They're coconuts.
Yeah. I got some eggs. All right. That's my go. I'm going to stop.
Okay.
Tom, what's up?
Hello. I'm gonna play this.
Parrot crossbill. I actually missed an egg for some reason. Oh no, there's a third egg there.
Which cost me everything I've got because I'm doing a conversion for all that. I'm
Wow.
converting. Yeah, it seemed a bit inefficient, just a little bit, but oh well. And it also cost me an egg. And
That is a
then-
mean-looking bird.
Yeah, he's vicious. And that is my turn. Yeah, that's my turn.
I didn't realise till quite recently how long parrots live for.
How long do the parrots live for?
Have a guess. Have a guess how long a parrot lives for.
Is this a 27?
27 in
know.
bird years or real years?
How does it convert? How does a bird year convert to a real year?
I don't know. I don't think bird years exist. It was a trick question.
Ah!
I think, and I might be wrong about this, but I think they live like 70, 80 years sometimes.
Definitely decades. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't-
Usually like longer than people. Just one parrot. Just one parrot, Tom.
It's definitely a thing that I've seen, like when people are considering getting a parrot as a pet. There's a warning of like,
Yeah.
what is your plan if the parrot outlives you?
Yeah, who's going to look after this afterwards? And they get like super traumatized if they switch owners. It's tough. They're like incredibly sensitive creatures.
All right, I have taken food and I am done. But the parrot crossbill is not a parrot. It's a crossbill that reminded people of a parrot.
Ah, so it's not going to live that long.
It has this funky beak that, like, its beak doesn't, the top and bottom don't meet up straight. They cross.
Ah.
I mean, a bird like that is not going to last that long anyway in the wild. It looks like it's up for a
Hey.
fight. It looks like it's up for a fight. It's going to get smashed.
Seeds. It likes seeds,
Like
as you can tell.
that
from
crossbill
its
was looking
diet.
at me funny. All right. Okay.
Okay, that was my go.
Okay.
I think.
And then
You've
it's to
taken
Matt.
your go.
Okay,
Cool.
so it's back to me. What am I going to do?
A lot of eggs there, mate.
I have got a lot of eggs. Thanks for noticing. Is there any good food yet? Not really.
I re-rolled it for you.
I know, but it's still not that good.
He's never happy.
I'm not happy, no. Never, ever, ever. Okay, I'm going to play my red-breasted nuthatch. I don't know. I think it's just the word. It's nuthatch as a. I don't know why that's making me laugh so much. It's just
it sounds like a very specific English insult. You know?
It does. You nuthatch. All right. That's play bird. Put it in the right place now. Okay, and I'm gonna spend my worm to do it. All right. Actually, that's not where the worms live. Let's put the worm in the bin. I love. There's something very grandiose and decadent about the fact that we're drawing from these infinite piles of tokens, and then just when we get rid of them, rather than putting them back in the tokens, just put them in a bin. It's like just bin them. Got loads more.
Magical bin of everything.
Exactly. Like don't look in the bin.
Did you just start with 2 eggs? I wasn't watching.
No, I just. Oh no, I should discard eggs. Yes, you're quite right. Let me just get rid of these eggs. Aha! Be gone, foul eggs. All right.
How come you didn't make eggs infinite? Oh, we still only have 93 eggs. Maybe they are infinite.
I don't know. I think maybe it's. I think. You know what it'll be? I think because the coding in the game doesn't allow you to have like randomized different things in an infinite thing. I think an infinite pile has to be just one thing, and because they have multicolored eggs, that would be my guess. Because when I made my own Matt's custom tabletop simulator Wingspan mod that was very nice, I had to duplicate the little egg because it only had white eggs in that, so I had to make multiple infinite egg dispensers for different colors.
Sorry, I'm just having a quick think about whether I want to get rid of a bird. I can gain an extra wheat from the supply. Oh wait, no, this is silly. I'm being silly. Okay, that was a wheat, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
What I'll do, I'll gain the bug and the fruit, and then I activate everything on my row, which will be remove a thing and gain a wheat. So I'll remove that to gain a wheat.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one is I can tuck behind 3, so I'll go 1, 2, 3 behind these 3 in here. Did you just make my cards smaller?
No, they're like that in the game. I think Elizabeth is gonna write a letter to Stonemeyer about this stuff. So if you got anything else you notice in the game that's not the right size, then do just point it out.
And then
it seems to be a real problem.
Cooper's Hawk claims another victim.
Cooper's Hawk is a killer.
Absolutely.
That bird is mean.
It's mean. Okay, that's me done.
Mean.
Right, I need to lay some eggs, sadly. This is not great timing. But, whoa. I'm going to put them all in one bird.
Be right back.
It doesn't set me too far back on the goal. And then, let's see here. What do I got? I have a grasshopper sparrow that lets me lay an egg on any bird.
That's a lot of egg.
And I hold 5, right? Yeah. So that's fine. All there. Ah! Thank you.
It's quite all right.
And then my brewer's blackbird lets me tuck a card and lay an egg. Which I think is still worth it. Nope, they have stacked instead of going under again.
There's a button you can use to slide under things as well. Is that something to right click?
You, isn't it? Oh, maybe.
I think I can't remember what it is. There's a lot of things in this. It's a lot of things.
There we go. So then I also put an egg on that one.
Eggs like crazy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so U just swaps the bottom thing to the top, so it's just like a shuffle.
Yeah.
That's quite neat. All right. X, the final frontier. Okay. Think I might. It might be time for Matt to go mad for food. Yeah, it is. Ding, 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 ding.
Wow.
So, I know, right? So
Triple food.
I'm gonna re-roll all of the dice, like a pro.
That was well done.
This is how the real birds do it. Okay, don't really want any of that stuff.
There's only thing that isn't there.
Yep. Okay. Okay, I'll take a fish. And I'll take a mouse. And I'll take a grub. Fish and a mouse and a grub. Grubbly jubbly. Okay, put that in there. And then I get to activate loads of things because it's the mega bird round.
Oh my goodness.
So
yeah.
I get one seed from the supply. I don't get this one because there isn't one in the bird feeder, but I do get to one. So it's not that great, but I get to do I get to put another one of these on my little chickadee, and I get one of these from the supply. I'll take that.
Nice.
That's all right.
That's good, yeah.
Your net gets one too.
No, the Nutcracker says if
No,
from the bird
nut
feeder.
on the front.
Yeah. It has to be available in the bird feeder, and there's not one available in the bird feeder.
But dude on the right, on the far right, the nut hatch.
Oh no, I've already
Oh,
taken
yeah.
that. I've already taken the nut hatch.
No, it's,
I've already.
it's cash it. It's cash.
It gets cached on the
Oh,
card.
it's cash it. Okay.
There we go.
Nut hatch. All right, fine.
You're taking it.
I'd stolen it.
I will. No! I goofed it.
What you done?
Nothing.
On a scale of 1 to ruined it.
No, it's
going
not,
on?
It's not that bad. You know what? I should have done the this action earlier when I should have done the red wing blackbird action and cashed a card and got an egg because now I need an egg. I got so caught up in having no egg that I need an egg and I don't have an egg.
Yeah. It's a difficult problem. The egg problem.
I will do the. I keep just flinching every time you slightly increase or decrease the size of these birds.
Cooper's hawk has eaten a lot of birds, so he needs to be bigger than the other birds. It doesn't need to be much bigger, but every time he eats a bird, he should be getting bigger.
Okay, I will do the. I'll draw some bird cards.
Proportionate to the size of the birds.
Yeah, yeah, right. There's nothing stopping you from doing it.
This thing should be giant.
Yeah, apart from, I mean, like the sparrow, absolutely tiny. Tiny bird.
So I draw 2 bird cards to start with. Then I draw another 2 bird cards, and you guys both draw 1 bird card.
Okay.
And then I draw, and then you also draw another bird card.
Okay.
And I bird card. It's quite, yeah, there's a lot of. I've accidentally given myself a very powerful draw action because I went from like 1 card to too many. Cool. That's my go.
All right. I'm rethinking everything now with that new card.
Yeah, I actually haven't had a look at any of them.
Maybe I can get both of these things done.
Oh, he's pretty good.
All right. But which do I want first? I guess I'll do this one first. So I'm going to play a bird. I'm going to play a king rail, which requires bug, fish, and something else. And this egg. And it lets me draw 2 bonus cards and keep one.
Nice. Very nice. Okay. Let's look again. So we're going to have
Goodness.
most birds with no eggs. So at the moment, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you've got 8 birds with no eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No eggs and 8. Again, another round where I don't think I'm going to be in the running for a cash prize.
Oh, it's number. Oh,
Number of
oh,
birds.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh, so you've you've cleverly put all of the eggs on. I'm a fool. I am Bobo the fool.
All my eggs in one basket.
I had such an opportunity to get a whole extra bird, but I blew it. Oh well. Another time.
Blow the bird.
So what happens if we both draw for most?
We share the first 2 spots, and you go
Ah,
on number.
Cool.
Okay.
Is that right? Thinking about bonus cards. So you ended up with 0.
I haven't actually had. I haven't taken my last go, but I'm probably gonna.
Okay.
It's fine. It's not gonna affect things much. I think I'm gonna actually just do the top thing again, and just get loads and loads and loads of
Food.
stuff.
So Tom and I will go first, because we both have 8 birds without eggs.
Yes. I was so close. Oh well.
It's tough.
It's a cruel world out there. for birds.
Bonanza. All right, I'm gonna take a cherry and 3 delicious. No, actually not 3 to this, because I'm gonna leave one of them. Actually, I'll take the third one because that's been stolen by my bird in a minute, and then I will take. Oh no, that's it. I think did I take the cherry or did I already have the cherry? Oh boy, oh boy.
You said chair, so you got to take them out as you do it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is why you take them out as you do it, because otherwise you're like, I'm confused. I think that's it. Okay, and then
That's what you.
I get to just put a couple of these little tokens on these 2 little birds. What could be
Right.
more
And
natural?
now, for your nutcracker, you can re-roll and see if you get seeds for your nutcracker.
Oh no, I've already taken a seed for my nutcracker.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
But you cash it on that card.
Oh,
No, I
see.
may cash it on that card.
Ah, cool.
I don't want
So
it.
you took a fruit and a seed as your base thing.
Yes, and then I confuse
you just
things by
seed,
taking the
then you
third
did
seed
the
at the time.
nutcracker. Got it.
Got it.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm glad somebody's keeping an eye on what I'm doing. I'm not. Right. Okay. So then I don't get any points for that, and we're on to the last round.
Yep.
Well,
So Tom and I are tied for first on the end of round goal, which I guess we can just stack our cubes.
Yeah.
Tie. Does that mean you both get the same amount of points?
Snapping them. Yeah. And you go on third.
2 points. I'll take it.
Cool. And then first player moves back to you.
Right.
And
We reset the birds.
Reset the birds.
are we meant to have, how many actions are we meant to have? 6?
5.
5. Okay. I am a fool. I can't count. Okay, and then the objective is the coffee birds.
Eggs in coffee. How many eggs can you put in a coffee bird?
Yeah, so this one is counting the eggs and not the birds,
Cool.
which is interesting. All right.
And there's a lot of points for this one, right? This last round, a lot of points. 7.
7.
First place.
7 for having the most eggs. Which makes me wonder how I should do this. All right, I'm gonna play a woodcock. I love these birds.
Oh man, look at that one. I love it.
Oh, that is a fun bird.
Why is his head so small?
And a seed and an egg. So woodcocks go beep. That's their call. Beep.
Do they?
They are also called timberdoodles.
Timberdoodles. That's good. It's like I remember when we held our first Shucks convention in Vancouver in 2017. On the first night, people were talking in a late night Q&A, and I'd been awake for about 24 hours at that point. People start asking about Tim's bits, and they're like, "Have you had Tim bits?" And I was like, "What is?" And everyone in the room was going, "Yeah, Tim bits," and I was like, "What is a Tim bit?" Tim bit and a timperdoodle. Lots of. I can't keep up. Right, I'm losing my mind. And for this final one, we only want to get eggs in. It's only eggs in this type of basket, right?
Yes.
Correct. Little bowl nests.
Or star
Pictures.
Star nests.
Or star.
I am going to play the red-legged partridge. Costs 3 food.
Lovely.
Because it's a fancy bird.
Oh, very regal.
Indeed.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's it. That's my turn. But it's a good one because I've got a red-legged partridge now.
I will play a bird that looks all right, but the name, bronzed cowbird. Wow. Oh wait, no, I haven't got any eggs. I'm Bobo the Fool.
Actually, I should have played eggs for that as well. I should have paid an egg. Must pay the egg price, but that's fine. I had an egg to pay.
Bronze cowbird will turn up next turn, probably.
Bronze cowbird will return in.
So I'll do 3 eggs. Whap.
All right, and I've been forgetting to use my avocet, but or maybe you haven't been laying eggs, but because you are laying eggs, I get to lay an egg.
Nice.
Some bird.
I will lay 1 on there. 2 on there. 3 on there.
Bird.
4 on there.
Bird.
Okay, that's me.
All right. Big eggs.
I'm gonna lay 4 eggs.
Whoa.
I can't see my nests while I'm doing this. It's very frustrating. I don't. Where are my bowl nests?
You've got one here. You've got a bowl nest here and here, and then you've got this Wilson Storm Petrel can hold 1 special egg.
Just 1 special egg.
Wilson Storm Petrel does sound like a beer. I'd drink that.
It's amazing. Such a good name.
All right, that one can lay an egg on any bird. So I'll give it to this one. And then this dude can tuck a card and lay an egg on this bird. Oh, do I want to give up on that one?
Tricky. I can see some people in the chat talking about the fact that they've just announced the Wingspan beta on Steam is going to be on 22nd of May.
That's soon.
Yeah,
That's so soon.
It's in 3 days. So yeah, if you want to have a very brief look at that, if you go back to the start of this stream, not this video because we had a tech problem, but if you go on the page, I don't understand how Twitch works, but if you go on the page, then you'll find it at the very start of the first bit of this stream. I had a little tinker around showing you a bit of that if you want to see what it looks like. It's very pretty.
Yeah.
Physically move between the different bits.
Yeah. The company that's doing it is called Monster Couch, and they have also put out little videos where you can really hear the background music and the bird calls and stuff, which is
lovely. It's probably a better idea. Watch a video.
both ways. Oh my god, now my card is like on what the hell is going on over here? I'm just
Perfect.
trying to get my stack of cards to like line up in the slot that it's supposed to be in, and it
goes
won't go.
whoop. Ta-da!
Alright, I'm done.
Amazing.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Right. And I guess. All right. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna make eggs. Make eggs while the sun is shining. So that gets me 3 eggs, and I can get rid of a card to get another egg, and I will absolutely do that. So I'm gonna get 4 eggs. I'll sort those eggs out in a minute. Got my little eggs on my little egg cache, and then also when activated, lay 1 on each bird in this column, including this one. So again, get another 3 on there. And then also everyone gets a free worm. Whee!
Yeah!
Free worm. Free worm.
Free worm.
But you'll never take my free worm. Okay. I apologise, Elizabeth. This appeared to be the point in the day where I've just lost my mind from being at computers for too long. Okay.
Totally understand that phenomenon.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Ooh. Someone in chat says column, not row.
Oh, I wasn't watching.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's
One
fine. Well,
less.
it means I just get rid of 1. And I just put that one. No, 1 was... Yeah, put that one there. Interesting. That is interesting.
You need to get something in your pond, your wet pond land down
Get
here.
something in your pond, you idiot. Okay. All right. Ducks. Who'd have thought it? All right. That's my go. I'm done.
Okay. I will get bird. I'll put this the bronzed cowbird is coming out for a Werem and a seed.
Oh, also I should get my card out the bin. People have... Yeah, that's my bird. Take it back. I got it wrong. I was supposed to spend a food, not a... Ignore me. I'm just having the chat quite rightly pointing out that I'm getting rules wrong all the time. Which doesn't tend to happen when you can just play a board game and just concentrate on the game rather than lots of fictional cameras. But I still do get things wrong quite often. I keep misreading this as bronzed coward.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call. I think that's the name of it.
Let's have a little update on the new ones. So we have Beefcake, obviously, Warmonger, Friend of Frank, and Bronze Coward. So which one's Friend of Frank exactly?
Friend of Frank is the parrot crossbill, because what used to be the artist formerly known as Parrot Crossbill, because it's literally vanished. Oh no, it went through the table.
It went through a table. Classic.
Of course.
Classic TTS. Because it's a parrot and accompanies Frank the Clown, my excellent Forgotten Waters character.
That's a deep cut.
Travels. Yeah, it's a deep cut. And then Savvy's Warbler is the Warblemonger, and then Bronze Cowbird is Bronze Coward. So there you go.
The Forgotten Waters thing was too much fun. I kind of want to get a crew together and just play some more of that on this, really, because it was a really, really good time.
I feel like I really frustrated the developers of Forgotten Waters by virtue of my complete and utter incompetency throughout the entirety of that stream.
I don't think so. I mean, I was. If it's any consolation, I really enjoyed your incompetency. It made the stream for me, even though I knew that it probably would result in our failure. which it
If
did.
I'll complete. Yeah, it really did.
But it
was
felt in
quite
the spirit of what we were doing, so that's nice.
So Matt, I've played a yellow-rumped warbler, also known as a butterbutt.
Nice. I like that a lot. Oh, look at it. Oh man, you got a very like. I really like the American woodcock next to the yellow. This like its head is just too small, and
Yes.
its beak is just too long.
It's a match made in heaven. A match
you
made
get-
in heaven.
And it is worth looking up videos of woodcocks because the way, first of all, they like walk around and they kind of do this like strut thing, but they also have this amazing mating flight where the males will like fly way, way up in the air and then come soaring down.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
fun.
Oh man,
repeated dives from
I'm looking at one
300 feet.
walk right now, and it is amazing.
Yeah.
Someone's put the oh wow, put it to some kind of jazzy slap funky
Yeah.
music going on in the background. I'm gonna put that
There
in
are
the chat.
Whack that in the
woodcock
chat.
videos
Get it in
on
there. All right. So is it my go now?
Yes.
I got distracted by the butterbutt. It happens. Okay, I've only got 3 more turns now.
No, it's got to that point.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt, I'm realizing, did you activate your round end bird at the end of the round?
I
We've
didn't
been
because I didn't want to be discarding my food from the supply. I wanted to hold on to it.
I was
Um,
feeling badly that I reminded you.
No, I kept thinking about it, but I kept thinking, well, really, if I was going to do it, I'd do it at the end of the game because I just don't have that much food.
Right.
But
Which you can't do at the end of this round too. So
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You can
But I'll
roll.
need to have like, I can do it with up to 5 food, right? And each one's just going to get me a point, right? Is that how it works?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. I need to look at what food we have available. Oh, a mouse. Okay. I might actually do... This feels a bit reckless at this point, but I might actually do a food roll.
No way.
I know. I know what you're thinking,
A
Tom.
food roll.
A food roll at this stage in the day. Are you crazy? We call them sandwiches usually, but...
It's a
okay.
wrap.
Yeah. Okay, there's all of the food that I needed a long time ago. That's fine.
Not bitter at all.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to take 1 for that. And then I'm going to take 2 for that. Doing it properly this time, you see. I'm going to take... Oh, that was a worm. I'll just take the worm. And then also, I'm going to take one of these as a bit of wheat. Cool. All right, that's my thing, because that's going to be for my Clark's Nutcracker. I'm just getting ahead of the Nutcracking game. And I'm going to add 2 cash ones for this. So I'll do that. That is me. Ah, just seen somebody subscribed on Twitch Prime for 12 months. Thank you very much. That was... give you a little shout out. Powerloid. Yeah, Powerloid. It's a powerful name. Because you put the word power before your name. Norkster, also. Lots of people subscribing on Twitch Prime. I will remind you just once during the stream now, if people would like to do so, that yep, if you have an Amazon account already, then you can link up your Amazon Prime account to Twitch Prime and get a free sub, which you can use on this channel or any channel you like. Doesn't have to be this channel, but if you have got Amazon Prime, you have to do it, reset it once a month. That's the only catch. You have to press the button again and go, yes, I want to do it again this month. But if you've got Amazon Prime, it's just free Bezos bucks. Just doesn't matter if you don't give it to us, just give it to somebody, because it's literally just money for nothing for someone. So we just remind you once a stream or so. So there you go. If you want to do it, you can do that. Thank you very much. We'll carry on now. Oh, you've got lots of eggs, haven't you?
Oh, Tom's laying eggs, so I get to lay egg.
No, not again.
Sorry, it's just a thing, all right? It's just a
So
thing.
large. Okay.
That's a thing.
That was, and then I don't think I want to do that thing. So I'll do just that. I think that's. Maybe I should have. Oh, it doesn't. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, cool. That's me done for my go.
Brilliant.
Matt, you've resized so much stuff on this board that it's just a mess.
I'm sorry. I can't help it. For whatever reason, I find it really funny. I love it. It's like if you get taken to a social event that you really don't want to go to, but then there's a free bar, you just have lots of drinks because you think, well, I don't really want to be here, so I might as well just have some free drinks. I kind of feel like Tabletop Simulator is that platform. I don't really like it on the platform.
I kind of feel like that playing Wingspan, I don't
no,
want to be playing Wingspan.
It's more that like I really wish right now that we could just be sitting around a table playing this game in real life.
Sure.
Obviously, we wouldn't be able to do that with Elizabeth here because of maps and stuff. But at the same time, I think if I have to be within this quite constricting and strange digital space, then yeah, I'm going to be a force of chaos. All right.
I am done.
Okay. And then it's time for...
Wow, I don't think I can keep up with the egg race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 egg.
Oh, but they're not all on the right type of thing.
I will admit that I played this bird just because it would let me have 4 more of them.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did you say that the stars count for...
The stars do count.
Stars do count, cool.
And
How many do you have?
Playing.
I've got 9.
A cedar waxwing.
And some of them are giant.
Yeah, they count for double, actually.
Yeah, I might have made a couple of Tom's eggs slightly bigger than they should be.
It's like the size of a chicken egg.
You kind of have to zoom in to see it, but yeah, there are some differences between some of them. Okay, I made a bird, and I liked it. All right, and that cost me 2 eggs, but that's fine because I get them off the eggs that the birds I don't care about. There we go. Sorry, birds that I don't care about. I'm very sorry. All right, Tom, you're up. You're living in a land of birds. Live your life. Fly away.
Whoa. Now, okay, we're in a predicament here. Bird predicament. Oh, did anyone take eggs?
I
did
not.
You did?
I did. You get an egg.
Then I get an egg. Because of my once between turns on my bronze coward. Interesting.
Where'd your purple egg come from? Can you change the colors?
It's another manufacturing error. Some of the colors.
The European expansion does come with purple eggs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
No, this is me just changing the color of eggs. You can change the color of everything in Tabletop Simulator. You just right click on it and just go choose color, and you can choose any color you want. Which is, with color tinting, is kind of crazy because I think it doesn't work with cards good because that would be awful. But yeah, you can basically just make things. Yeah, see, just awful red wheat.
Okay, I think
we enjoyed it particularly the other day when we were playing a big space game with Quinns, and one of his little figurines, we just changed the green so it was just slightly off, so it just looked like a manufacturing error. So it looked like it was just like, and we couldn't get it. We couldn't change it back. We couldn't find the same green again. So it's like having a piece that's like, well, this must have come from an earlier edition or something, or it was a misprint or something.
Tom, are you all done?
I'm just thinking. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm just having a bit of a
With Broken Tom.
yeah. It's got to that time in the day.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Let's do um
Oh my, the hype train on Twitch has got to level 4. I don't think I've ever seen that before. The terrifying hype train that you should not look at, and it will grow in power. Do not.
I will play this.
Okay.
There's some wheat and such for 2 of the. Oops! Oh no! I put my food in the wheat tray. Okay, no. So the egg tray. Okay, so I'm doing that to place that, which does nothing, but I get it
And you
on the board.
discard 2 eggs.
And I have to go get rid of 2 eggs, which doesn't matter because they're all in the same kind of thing. So let's just dump those in there. Let's hope this pays off.
Gambling big on the birds.
That's the end of my go. Gambling big on the birds.
I have no resources, so I'm just gonna lay 4 eggs.
Just eggs. Just eggs.
That's what I'm good at.
Birds.
I think I don't have any space on any of my bull nests. So it was 1, 2, 3. I'll give that one to the Avocet too. Why not? And Tom, your pink power reset on your turn, so you can get another egg for your cowbird.
Yay!
Free eggs.
Cowbird.
3 eggs.
Yeah, there's actually a rule in the game, Tom. If you can't fit any more eggs on the card, you're not allowed to have them. So.
Oh, what? Like for physical space
yeah,
restraints?
Just be careful of that, because that could sting you if you're not careful. All right, and now I guess I'm gonna make 4 eggs as well. Everyone's playing eggs.
And I forgot to use my thing.
Okay, so I get my 4 eggs. And then also when activated, I can tuck a thing from my hand behind a thing. I'm going to do that. That didn't work. Oh, no, that didn't work. Oh, they've gone underneath the table. Nope.
Are you having a bad time of it, Matt?
Yep. I can't work out how to... I think there's 2 cards here. But I can't seem to split them up. Oh, there we go. Okay, fine. Okay, we got it. We're good. Okay.
Nice.
I gain a fruit from the supply. Fruit of my efforts. I don't think I even need it really, but hey, it's nice to have. And then when activated, lay 1 egg on each bird in this column. So that's kind of pretty pointless, but we'll do that anyway because it's fun.
Points.
Oh yeah, of course, just eggs, points. I forget about that. But I'm going for the big points, you know, I'm going for like the big egg points. But I'll take the small egg points as well. And then also when activated, everybody gets a free worm. But actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm cancelling the free worm. I'm done with these worm handouts.
Free worm is cancelled.
You can work for your worms, okay? Like everyone else. And then I just put down my 4 eggs, I guess. Where am I going to put them?
I'll do the egg action, which nets me some eggs.
All right.
Everyone gets
what eggs you
from the
have?
supply.
Everyone gets what and what?
1 wheat from the supply. One. So. So.
Give it to us when it's meaningless.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, and I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is worth doing that. Oops.
Making a mess of your eggs, mate.
Yeah, but I think that's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's not too bad at all. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
I think, and then I can do the discard, but I don't want to do that, and that's it. Yeah, that's.
Okay, and then we look at. So, how many eggs did people manage to get in their coffee birds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Just.
Flipping heck. I got 7.
8, 9, 10, 11.
I think I'm not going to do very well in this.
Just got me.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Okay. Okay. So let me go and get one of my cubes. I'm noticing a trend. Okay. Okay. So should we shuffle these along so we can see how many points we get?
Yes.
Sure. Oh, this is dangerous.
It's fine. It's fine. So I get 0, 2, 2, 3. That's not too bad.
I get
8.
9, 15, 22.
Not better than 8. Just gonna throw that one out there. Oh,
I'm having
Whoa.
over there in a way that I can see. Let's see. So I have 1, 2, half of 9 is 4, so 6. And then another 4, so 10 total.
okay. Okay. So do you want to handle the score writing, Tom?
Where does so hold on, where does that go for the
Actually,
is
it's
that-
here.
Yeah, it's down here.
End of round goals.
End of round goals.
okay,
So.
Oh, and Matt, don't forget to use your end of round bird.
Ah, yes, my end of round bird. Of course.
I'm going to say you could just dash the food instead of tucking cards. We don't care in this particular game.
Yeah, no. I'm just going to say that's just, well, it's just, I get 5 points basically for it. I'm just going to get rid of 5 of my food. Put it in the bin.
How do you put your name in the thing?
Oh, well, now that you.
Nobody knows.
Because I tried to write on it, but it was hovering above.
Just right on the table above it.
Oh yeah.
Somebody
It
has
was like-
20 points, which seems higher than I heard anyone say. No? Oh, no, that's right.
Or maybe I can put a red. You know what? We can put cubes in the thing at the top.
Yeah, beautiful.
The perfectly sized cubes. If it. Oh, now it won't let me pick them. There we go.
Are they elongated?
You know.
No, I think
It
it does
wouldn't
it has a perspective thing with the lens. It tries to recreate a lens in a way which is kind of annoying.
Oh, I've really goofed this.
It's fine, Tom. I can help you with it. Oh no, hang on, I can't.
That one's stuck for some reason.
Hang on, I'm gonna lock this board and then hopefully. Oh no, hang on. Oh, come on.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Hey!
I got it. You got it. We got it.
Oh,
Oh, you've dropped it. Now this is the most difficult part of Wingspan, of course. Is the
yeah. This is
You know
actually,
what?
you know.
The
I'm
score
deleting it.
sheet,
I'm deleting it.
5 minutes.
Oh,
Getting another one.
yeah.
Just delete it. Just throw it in the bin. All right, fine.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
now,
have 10.
okay,
You have 10. Is that?
Yep.
And then Matt, how many did you have?
I got 7.
7. Boy, why is it?
But I'm gonna add my end of round thing from the birds, so I got 12, which
So the-
sounds better.
Oh, well, yeah. Normally you'd put it like under the tucked cards.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I'll leave it there for the sake of not forgetting. Because I've
Okay.
not got the tuck cards. Now, we counting
Bonus
what are we
card.
gonna leave to last? What are we gonna leave to last?
But usually when you're putting away the game, it makes sense to do them in the order that's on there because you can be like, you can take all the eggs off the cards and then you can count up your tucked cards.
That makes sense.
Um,
Okay, well we'll do it that way. That makes sense. It's designed this way for a reason. Turns out.
They're actually in an intentional order.
So I'm gonna count my birds.
Yep.
Oh, I'm still stuck in the spreadsheet. How do I get out the spreadsheet?
Oh boy. Let me escape from
I've
the
escaped the spreadsheet. Congratulations. All right. No. How do I get these tokens off this? Let's have a look at this. accidentally locked them all. Oh no. I've accidentally locked all these tokens. How do I... Oh no, how do I unlock loads of tokens? I just have to do them one at a time.
Where have you locked them?
I've locked them on my card.
Oh, no.
If you select a bunch of things and then lock them, it's like, okay. 10, 13, 14, 15, 20, 21, 24, 32, 37. All right. I have 37 bird points.
Wow.
It's not bad. It's not too bad. Bonus cards? I don't got. Oh no, the bonus cards. Of course, I'm an anatomist. I forgot about that.
I only got 3 for my bonus card, which feels like a loss.
Oh, unlucky. Well, I've got a collar, I got a tail, I got a throat, I got a legged. Yeah, I've done it. Absolutely. I get 7
How many
points
points
for
did
that.
you get? 7. Nice.
I know, right? 7 points.
What did you get for your birds and
I have
bonus card, Elizabeth?
54 for my birds.
Wow.
34.
44.
44.
Big birds.
44.
44.
I apologise for my colleague taking the mick out of your Canadian accent. I presume it's
No,
Canadian.
it wasn't. It was just.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
All right, so I'm gonna just put these out on the board. Birds with ground nests. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, so that's 4 points. And then I'm gonna write this down. 4, and then birds that only eat worms. I have 1. What does that eat? 2.
Oh, were we supposed to have more than one of these, or did you pick
Another-
up? I thought we're supposed to only have one of these.
You start with 1, but I had 2 birds that let me draw more.
Ah,
I
that's
have birds with
exciting.
3 food. Somehow they all ended up. Oh no! So I have 4 of those. So that's 6 points. So I have 14 for my bonus cards
Wow. I didn't see any of those birds. That's neat. Okay.
because I took them.
Nice. Yeah. Let's steal that bird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 11 eggs. 11 eggs.
I got 11 eggs.
11 eggs is enough for me, all right? I think any more
What
is
did you
just
get
being
for
greedy.
your bonus card, Elizabeth?
What did I say? 14.
And then egg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Food on cards. Sure, there's a way of seeing how many things. Control, Shift, Alt. How many of these things are there? Don't make me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's all right.
Now I
Nice.
just lost track of my eggs.
My little
And plus 8 plus 4. I have 22 eggs.
22
22.
eggs. That's
Wow.
crazy. That's crazy.
And then no food on cards. I can see.
Okay.
And I have 3 tucked cards.
I got 1. Okay. 3. All right. Well, it was very
Whoa.
close for you two.
Yeah.
But I wasn't too far behind, actually. I was expecting to be a lot further behind on that, to be honest. I had such a terrible first round that I was just like, I'm not coming back from this. But I kind of felt like I did, which was nice. I was hoping to go bird, bird, bird and do a 3-bird combo, but then I realised I needed 4 eggs. And I was like, hey, you guys, where are the eggs? How can you make me eggs now?
I need them.
That was lovely. That was lovely. Well
That was
played.
yeah, that was so chill. I like that a lot.
I'm playing with you guys.
Well played, yeah. Another win. I mean, you must have played this game quite a few times at this point now.
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 maybe.
a lot
5
of
times,
versions of
maybe.
it that were not this version of it. So,
Yeah.
and then
I get-
since it has come out,
We
also
get that a
played it
lot when
many
we're
times.
playing with designers of them kind of not remembering rules, but that's just because there were so many different versions of the rules that led up to that remembering the
Right.
final version is like, I don't know, like it's the right one in the end, but whether or not you'll remember that when it comes to it is tough. Lovely. So that was Wingspan. This is the official tabletop simulator mod for it, which you can buy on Steam, and it does, as we pointed out, it does come on an incredible marble table hovering in the clouds.
You
which
actually get a real marble table hovering in the
You
clouds
do.
with every purchase. Yeah,
you do.
Can confirm.
You do. That's they're going to ship it to you. Although due to the sizing issues with the production, it's going to be about this big.
It's been hovering outside my window this entire time.
The final bird
in
was
a-
simply
in a
called Other
very-
Bird.
Yeah, I couldn't be bothered to come up with a name.
Oh,
The
that
last
didn't
bird.
show at all. That didn't show at all.
The last bird frustrated me because it felt like a necessary bird, but one that I had no real attachment to. It was just
The red
a bird in a
crossbill.
machine.
Crossbill.
You
You
could have
got
done
two crossbills.
yeah, you could have done. You could have done something to do with the
Unbelievable.
Red Cross. You could have. There's all sorts of puns you could have had.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is about all of the birds. A lot of people in the chat who've enjoyed that. A lot of people wanting to get a copy of this once it's in print again. Obviously, I guess these days it's hard to know what's going on with anything like that at the moment. But yeah.
I forget the original plan. I think was that more would be in stock like June or July-ish. I forget. I mean, there's never a firm date for these things because it relies so much on shipping and things.
Mhm.
But if you go on the Stonemaier Games website, there's a little place where you can click to be notified when it's back in stock there, and when it's back in stock with Stonemaier, it should also be in stock everywhere else as well.
Cool.
Or you
Cool.
can buy directly from them, which is
Yeah.
great for the public.
And as we've seen as well, it's available to buy within Tabletop Simulator and a beta of the Steam version coming in the next few days, which again we show at the start of the stream. Well, I think that's about it. Have you got anything else you'd like to say or anything, Elizabeth? Anything you'd like to plug? Have you invented a bird that you'd like to point out to people?
So my next stuff that'll be out, we talked a little bit about the Oceania expansion. That'll be out probably by the end of this year, sometime late this year. And then I have a game coming out in August called Mariposas. That's a movement on a map game with migrating butterflies.
Mariposa. So that's Mariposa.
Yes, it's the Spanish word for butterfly.
I'm not showing off. I'm trying to help people if they want to Google it. I swear. I'm not like, this isn't a spelling bee thing. It's not. I promise.
That's what we should have on the next stream. Shut Up and Sit Down plays
Spelling.
bee.
How good are you at spelling, Tom? Tom, how good are you at spelling? Are you quite good at spelling?
I should be good at spelling as an English student, but no.
I think I'm
certainly
quite good
not.
at spelling.
You could just have spelling
Oh.
names. You could have a spelling bee. Like how many S's and N's are in the word Carcassonne? I never
Oh.
know.
No, that's it. Yeah, no, those ones
9?
are hard.
Maybe 10?
11. It's definitely 11. All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Elizabeth. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you to everyone at home for tuning in and watching this stuff. I'm going to say goodbye to the guests and then give you a quick update of what's going on in the next week and a half. It's goodbye, Tom. Goodbye, Elizabeth. And now they fade away and disappear forever. And very quickly, I'm just going to tell you what's going on. We've got a schedule. On this Thursday, we have board games with Matt and Tom. Can you believe it? I think we're going to play some